I used to sit in my car and cry before walking into stores, not because I didn't believe in God, but because I was waiting, and it was hard. It was really hard. If you're in a waiting season right now where it feels like God is silent or slow, I want to talk to your spirit today. At the beginning of my entrepreneurial journey into the Amazon world, where my husband and I now sell full time, I was going through some medical issues that made it really difficult for me to walk, sometimes difficult to talk, and difficult to do almost anything. There were times and months at a time that I didn't leave my house. But when I was beginning my journey, I had sent my first boxes to FBA fulfillment by Amazon in March of 2016. In 2016, in May, I almost died and had to have blood transfusion to save my life. I had to borrow courage from God sometimes just to take the next step. And what I mean by that is there were times that I would literally sit in my car and cry. I was sourcing at stores, doing retail arbitrage. If you don't know anything about that, you can YouTube it, and people have stuff about it all over the place. But basically, I was going into stores to buy product to sell on Amazon. And when I would sit in my car, I would cry because it was so difficult to walk from my car to the door of the store. I know that might sound crazy, and even now, sometimes it feels kind of crazy to me. But I had the grit to say, you know what? God is here with me. I have to build this business. I have to keep moving forward. I felt like the enemy was against me. And it wasn't just a business. It wasn't just something that was, a dream out there. It was obedience, and grit became a form of worship for me. But I would cry in my car, and then I would go to the store. I would get in the cart, and then I would shop and find products to send to Amazon. But you see, the word doesn't say those who hustle will rise on wings like eagles. It says those who wait on the Lord. Waiting is not passive. It is active. I know it might feel passive in certain times, but it's active faith. Grit is not the absence of pain. It's choosing obedience in the pain. Grit is grace under pressure. It's trusting when there's no timeline. And I know that can feel frustrating and so far removed from where you want to be. I know. I've lived it, and I'm actively living it again through a different medical issue. Maybe you're weeping in your car, wondering if any of it matters. Maybe you're wondering if God can even hear you. It does. He does. It does matter. He sees every tear. He's building something unshakable in you. I couldn't see it when I was going through it. And sometimes right now in the wait, I cannot see it. But I'm walking out obedience anyway. I'm borrowing that courage from God again. You're not being punished by God while you're waiting. He is preparing you through it. Lean in. Don't give up. You are not behind. You are being built. I am reminded of these powerful scriptures in what we're talking about today. Galatians 6:9 says, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." Isaiah 40:31, "But they who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint." Romans 5:3-5. "Not only so, but we also glory in our sufferings because we know that suffering produces perseverance, perseverance, character, and character, hope. That's my vision for you today, for you to walk away from here hopeful and encouraged in your waiting season. As I was waiting, I didn't seek out anyone to help me in the waiting, and I really wish that I had. I did seek out the Lord, and I relied on the Lord, but I spent a lot of times alone in lamenting myself, and I want to encourage you that if you are in a waiting season right now, that you are not alone. Reach out, comment on this video that you are in the waiting, and let us be an encouragement to you. Lord, give us all the strength for this stretch of waiting. Grace for the grit and courage for the quiet. Please be encouraged today, and I look forward to our next chat.